Obinna's bodyguard left Ofweneke out of the studio and Obinna supposedly taking over the show. Apparently that was pre-planned, it was pre-arranged, they had talked about it, agreed about it and said, you know what, drama, very nice. I love it. But it would seem like Ofweneke kind of got carried away, and when he came back to studio, he splashed Obinna with a glass of water, which is very diva, to be honest, because why are you splashing water at people? So clearly Obinna did not take that very kindly, and he said that was very disrespectful. I did not appreciate that. Everything else we had agreed on, but you splashing me with water, we had not agreed on that, and I feel very disrespected. Are you going to apologize and we continue the show, or can I leave? Because I feel very disrespected right now. Can you see the emotions? Can you just see how it was so diva and so dramatic? So obviously Ofweneke says, nah, I am not apologizing. Nah. I would have paid to be a fly on the wall in that studio, because obviously there was a lot going on. So Ofweneke declines to apologize to Obinna, and he tells his bodyguard, okay, let's go. And they walk out of studio. And Ofweneke says, okay, let's continue the interview. Very, very dramatic, gentlemen. But you know what? We do appreciate a bit of showbiz. And after Obinna walks out of Ofweneke's interview, he gets on a radio show, and the radio presenter is pressing for more tea because that was very dramatic. What was that? And Obinna is saying, I came to talk about other things. Why are you pressing me about this issue? And obviously, journalistic instinct, the radio presenter needs to get tea. And Obinna says, you know what? I can do this again. And he storms out of his radio show. He's just been walking out of interviews. Cue today's interview where he was on a radio show again. Clearly he's on a media tour of some sort. I'm not quite sure if there's a show coming up or a music project, but he's on a bit of a media tour. And he gets on a radio show, and he's talking about all of this and continues to spill more tea about Ofweneke. Apparently, there's more drama happening on the set of Ofweneke's show. He accused Ofweneke of being very disrespectful to his colleagues, and he said he was calling them names. Even if it was in jest, if you're name calling people, it is not okay. He says the energy that he felt when he walked into studio was weird, and he even mentioned to his bodyguard, like, what is going on here? He says it was a very tense, very uncomfortable energy because of Ofweneke's alleged behavior. Went on to say that Ofweneke will not even give his co-host a chance to shine and will talk over him, and his co-host just has to play along because, you know what, it's not my show. I'm just here for the money. Like, cut me my check at the end of the month. And he said, having had worked under such toxic people, he was very quickly able to identify who the culprit or the bully of this workplace was, and he pointed a finger at Ofweneke. Now, I'm not quite sure if this is scripted, like all of this is scripted and they're going to reveal something at the end of this all, or if this was just very organic, which is very diva, very dramatic, very a lot. Either way, yeah, it was interesting. It was not a boring day. Very dramatic, gentlemen, but it was not boring.